Are you over 60 and confused about what to eat? You follow health advice, choose foods you think are good for you, but your energy still crashes every afternoon. Your joints ache when you wake up. Your blood pressure keeps climbing despite your best efforts. The problem might be in your pantry and inside your refrigerator. The nuts you snack on, the vegetables you cook for dinner, and even that cheese you put on crackers. Some of these foods work against your body as you get older. Your metabolism slows down. Your kidneys don't filter salt like before. Your stomach makes less acid to digest raw foods. What helped you at 40 might hurt you at 65. Today I'll show you simple food swaps that can make a real difference. We'll talk about nuts that give you energy versus ones that cause inflammation, vegetables that help your brain versus ones that spike your blood sugar, and cheese that protects your heart versus types that raise your blood pressure. Let's start with nuts. Most people think all nuts are healthy, but that's not true for seniors over 60. Your body processes nuts differently at this age. Some varieties gave you energy at 30, but cause inflammation and digestive problems at 65. I'll show you 4 nuts that rebuild strength and 4 that slowly damage your health. Number 1, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts rank among the best nuts for building muscle strength after 60 because they address one of the most overlooked nutritional gaps in older adults. Energy crashes that leave you feeling drained by afternoon and the sluggish recovery that makes simple activities feel exhausting. Both stem from the same underlying issue. Your body is not getting the minerals it desperately needs to function properly. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing essential nutrients from food. This creates deficiencies that compound over time. The digestive system slows down. Stomach acid production decreases. The intestinal lining becomes less permeable to key minerals. This creates a perfect storm where even a balanced diet fails to provide adequate nutrition for optimal muscle function and energy production. Brazil nuts contain exceptionally high levels of selenium. This trace mineral plays a crucial role in maintaining muscle health and supporting cellular energy production. When selenium levels drop, muscle fibers lose their ability to contract efficiently. This leads to weakness, trembling, and that heavy feeling in your legs that makes stairs feel like mountains. These foods that support senior muscle strength work differently than typical protein sources. They target the cellular machinery responsible for energy production. Just 1 Brazil nut daily provides your complete selenium requirement, but timing matters significantly. Consume 1 nut with your morning meal to maximize absorption and maintain steady levels throughout the day. Never exceed 2 nuts daily, as selenium toxicity can occur with excessive intake. Research shows Brazil nuts support mitochondrial function, the powerhouses within your cells that generate energy. This cellular support translates into improved endurance, faster recovery from physical activity, and reduced fatigue during daily tasks. Number 2, pistachios. Pistachios may help with blood flow issues like cold hands, numb feet, or tired legs when you stand up fast. These issues become increasingly common after 60. These specific nuts may help improve blood flow for older adults because they contain nutrients that support healthy circulation. This makes pistachios particularly effective for restoring proper blood flow throughout your body. Blood vessels naturally lose flexibility as we age, becoming stiffer and narrower over time. The smooth muscle cells lining your arteries gradually thicken. The elastic fibers that allow vessels to expand and contract begin to break down. This process reduces your cardiovascular system's ability to deliver oxygen-rich blood to your muscles, brain, and extremities efficiently. The result is cold feet, mental fog, muscle fatigue, and that sensation of heaviness in your legs that makes walking feel more difficult than it should. Pistachios contain specific compounds called flavonoids and healthy fats that help counteract these age-related changes in your vascular system. These nuts that fight inflammation reduce inflammation within blood vessel walls, allowing them to relax and widen more effectively. The potassium in pistachios also helps regulate blood pressure by balancing sodium levels. This further supports healthy circulation throughout your body. Research shows that nuts can improve circulation when consumed consistently over time. Pistachios show particularly strong results for improving blood flow to the legs and brain. A daily serving of 1 ounce, roughly 30 pistachios, provides optimal benefits without excess calories. Choose unsalted, dry-roasted varieties to avoid the sodium that can counteract circulation benefits. Eat them mid-morning or as an afternoon snack to maintain steady nutrient levels. Foods that improve circulation include pistachios because they support nitric oxide production. This molecule signals blood vessels to relax and expand. This improved blood flow translates into warmer hands and feet, clearer thinking, and increased stamina during physical activities. Number 3. Peanuts. Peanuts tackle the muscle weakness and blood sugar swings that drain your energy and make simple tasks feel overwhelming after 60. Understanding why peanuts can be nutritious snacks for people over 60 requires recognizing how your body's protein needs increase as you age. This creates nutritional gaps that most people do not realize they have. Your protein needs actually increase after 60, not decrease as many assume. This happens because your body becomes less efficient at processing and utilizing the protein you consume. The digestive enzymes that break down protein decline in both quantity and effectiveness. Your muscles develop what researchers call anabolic resistance. Basically, they become harder to stimulate for growth and repair. This creates a situation where you need more high-quality protein to maintain the same muscle mass you had in your 40s and 50s. Peanuts provide a unique combination of complete proteins and complex carbohydrates that work together to stabilize blood sugar while supporting muscle maintenance. Unlike many food choices that aging adults make that cause energy spikes followed by crashes, peanuts release their energy slowly and steadily. This sustained release prevents the afternoon fatigue that forces many seniors into naps or makes them feel sluggish during evening activities. The recovery time from physical activity increases dramatically when your body lacks adequate protein building blocks. Simple activities like gardening, walking upstairs, or carrying groceries can leave you sore for days instead of hours when your nutrition foundation is weak. Peanuts address this by providing essential amino acids that your muscles need for repair and regeneration. Choose dry-roasted, unsalted peanuts to maximize benefits while avoiding excess sodium and unhealthy oils. A quarter-cup serving provides optimal protein without overwhelming your digestive system. Eat them between meals to maintain steady blood sugar levels throughout the day. Number 4. Almonds. Almonds address the joint stiffness and muscle cramping that makes mornings feel like a battle, and nighttime leg cramps that jolt you awake. These issues stem from magnesium deficiency, a widespread problem among older adults that worsens with age but remains largely undiagnosed. Understanding why almonds can support muscle health in seniors requires examining how your body's ability to absorb and retain minerals changes as you get older. Magnesium deficiency becomes increasingly common after 60 because your kidneys begin excreting more of this vital mineral, while your digestive system absorbs less from food. Medications commonly prescribed to seniors, including diuretics for blood pressure and proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, further deplete magnesium stores. Chronic stress, which affects many seniors dealing with health concerns or life transitions, causes your body to burn through magnesium reserves even faster. This creates a perfect storm where your muscles and joints suffer from inadequate mineral support. Your muscles rely on magnesium to relax properly after contracting. Without sufficient levels, muscle fibers remain partially contracted, leading to the chronic tension and stiffness that makes simple movements painful. This explains why your hands feel stiff when you wake up, why your back aches after sitting, and why leg cramps strike without warning during sleep. Magnesium also regulates calcium absorption, ensuring this bone-building mineral goes where it belongs instead of accumulating in soft tissues where it causes inflammation. Raw almonds provide the most bioavailable form of magnesium, unlike roasted varieties that have been exposed to high heat that can damage mineral content. Choose organic, unsalted almonds and soak them overnight to improve digestibility and mineral absorption. A daily serving of 24 almonds delivers substantial magnesium without excess calories. Current research positions almonds as cornerstones of any effective senior health nutrition guide because they support multiple body systems simultaneously. Now that you understand which nuts actively support your health after 60, we need to address the other side of this equation. The following 4 nuts might surprise you because they're often recommended as healthy choices, but they can actually work against your body's needs as you age. Number 1. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts create digestive sluggishness and weight management challenges that become particularly problematic after 60 when your metabolism naturally slows down. These nuts that cause inflammation in seniors stem from their exceptionally high fat content. This places an enormous burden on an aging digestive system that is already working less efficiently than it did in younger years. Your metabolic rate decreases by approximately 2 to 3% each decade after age 30. This means your body burns calories much more slowly in your 60s than it did in your 40s. This slower metabolism struggles to process the dense concentration of fats found in macadamia nuts. They contain more calories per ounce than almost any other nut variety. When your body cannot efficiently break down these heavy fats, they create a cascade of inflammatory responses throughout your system. The inflammation triggered by excessive fat consumption manifests in multiple ways that seniors often mistake for normal aging. Your joints become stiffer and more painful, particularly in the morning or after periods of inactivity. This happens because the inflammatory compounds released during fat digestion travel through your bloodstream and accumulate in joint tissues. This creates conditions that make nuts a serious concern for maintaining mobility and comfort when they cause joint inflammation in seniors. Macadamia nuts also disrupt your body's natural hunger and satiety signals. Their rich fat content can suppress your appetite for hours, leading to missed meals and unbalanced nutrition patterns. This irregular eating schedule further slows your already compromised metabolism. This creates a cycle where weight management becomes increasingly difficult despite eating less overall food. The digestive strain from processing these high-fat nuts often leads to bloating, discomfort, and irregular bowel movements that can persist for days after consumption. Your gallbladder, which produces bile to break down fats, works overtime when you eat macadamia nuts. Number 2. Walnuts. Walnuts present inflammatory responses and oil rancidity concerns that place them firmly among nuts that people should avoid after 60, despite their reputation as a brain-healthy food. The omega-3 fatty acids that give walnuts their health claims become problematic when they oxidize. They turn from beneficial nutrients into inflammatory compounds that can worsen joint pain and cognitive fog in older adults. The delicate polyunsaturated fats in walnuts spoil rapidly when exposed to light, heat, or air. This creates rancid oils that your body treats as toxins. This rancidity often occurs before you can taste or smell it, meaning you might consume oxidized fats without realizing it. Your immune system responds to these damaged fats by triggering inflammatory processes throughout your body. This particularly affects your cardiovascular system and brain tissue. This inflammatory cascade can persist for days after eating rancid walnuts, undermining the very health benefits you hope to gain. Walnuts contain an imbalanced ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids that can disrupt your body's inflammatory response when consumed regularly. Seniors often have compromised antioxidant systems that struggle to neutralize the oxidative stress created by this fatty acid imbalance. Storage becomes critical with walnuts because they lose their nutritional value quickly under normal pantry conditions. Most commercially available walnuts have been stored for months before reaching consumers, increasing the likelihood of rancidity. Even properly stored walnuts in your refrigerator can develop off flavors and harmful compounds within weeks of opening. Senior health tips emphasize getting omega-3 fatty acids from more stable sources like fatty fish or algae-based supplements, rather than relying on nuts that can turn inflammatory. Number 3. Pecans. Pecans trigger blood sugar spikes through their processed versions that contain added sugars and inflammatory oils. This metabolic stress can interfere with how seniors benefit from nutritious foods like nuts. Understanding why pecans do not belong among the best nuts for seniors requires examining how commercial food processing transforms what could be a neutral food into a problematic one for blood sugar management. Most pecans sold in stores undergo extensive processing that strips away their natural protective compounds while adding ingredients that create inflammation and glucose instability. Manufacturers frequently coat pecans with corn syrup, cane sugar, or artificial sweeteners to enhance their flavor and extend shelf life. These added sugars cause rapid blood glucose elevation, followed by dramatic crashes. This leaves you feeling tired, irritable, and craving more food within hours of eating. The oils used in commercial pecan processing present additional concerns for metabolic health. Many producers use cheap vegetable oils like soybean or canola oil that become oxidized during high-heat roasting processes. These damaged oils promote inflammation throughout your body while interfering with your natural insulin sensitivity. Your pancreas must work harder to manage blood sugar when these inflammatory oils are present in your system. This places additional strain on an organ that may already be compromised by decades of use. Even raw pecans present challenges for seniors because they are naturally high in calories and fats that can overwhelm a slower digestive system. Their rich composition tends to suppress appetite for extended periods, potentially leading to skipped meals and irregular eating patterns that further destabilize blood sugar control. This irregular eating schedule can trigger a cycle of metabolic dysfunction that affects energy levels, mood stability, and cognitive clarity. The fiber content in pecans, while beneficial in theory, can cause digestive discomfort in seniors with sensitive gastrointestinal systems. Number 4. Cashews. Cashews cause sodium overload and inflammatory oil exposure that place them among the nuts that seniors should avoid eating daily, particularly when consumed in their most common commercial forms. The processing methods used to prepare cashews for retail sale introduce multiple health concerns. These represent significant nutrition mistakes that many older adults unknowingly make when selecting what they believe are healthy snack options. The cashew processing industry relies heavily on high-sodium solutions to remove the natural toxins present in raw cashew shells. They then add additional salt during roasting to enhance flavor and preserve shelf life. This creates a double sodium burden that can elevate blood pressure within hours of consumption. Seniors taking blood pressure medications or managing cardiovascular conditions face particular risks because their bodies already struggle to regulate sodium balance effectively. The excess sodium forces your kidneys to work harder while potentially interfering with prescription medications designed to control hypertension. Commercial cashew preparation involves roasting in industrial oils that become inflammatory when exposed to the high temperatures required for large-scale production. These oils, typically soybean, cottonseed, or generic vegetable blends, undergo chemical changes during heating. This transforms them into trans fats and oxidized compounds. Your immune system recognizes these altered fats as foreign substances, triggering inflammatory responses that can persist for days after consumption. This chronic low-grade inflammation contributes to joint stiffness, cognitive decline, and increased susceptibility to infection. The coating process used on flavored cashews introduces additional chemical preservatives, artificial colors, and flavor enhancers that can cause digestive upset and allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. Many seniors experience increased food sensitivities as they age, making these additives particularly problematic for maintaining digestive comfort and overall well-being. Even organic, minimally processed cashews present challenges because they are naturally high in phytic acid, a compound that binds to essential minerals like zinc, iron, and magnesium, preventing their absorption. Next, vegetables. You eat them thinking they boost your health, but some common varieties drain energy from seniors. Before I tell you the good vegetables, you need to know about these 3 potentially problematic ones first. The first vegetable might surprise you because most people think it's super healthy. You came here to learn which vegetables to avoid, but most people don't realize that even healthy vegetables can hurt you when eaten the wrong way. The biggest problem isn't the vegetable itself, but how you prepare it. I'm talking about raw cruciferous vegetables like raw broccoli, raw cabbage, and raw cauliflower. Have you been putting raw broccoli in your salads thinking you're getting maximum nutrition? Here's what research shows. 71% of seniors get bloating and gas from eating raw cruciferous vegetables. Your stomach starts cramping within an hour of eating them. You feel so bloated you can't button your pants. Some people get gas so bad they're embarrassed to be around other people. This happens because your aging digestive system works completely different than when you were younger. After age 60, your stomach produces much less hydrochloric acid. This acid is what breaks down tough plant fibers. Without enough acid, those raw broccoli and cabbage fibers sit in your stomach and start fermenting. The fermentation creates gas bubbles that make you feel miserable. But the problems don't stop with discomfort. When your body can't properly digest these raw vegetables, you miss out on all their valuable nutrients. Your digestive system works so hard trying to break down the tough fibers that it gets exhausted. This leads to that tired, drained feeling after eating. You think you're being healthy, but you're actually making yourself weaker. The digestive pain can last for hours. Some people get stomach cramps that keep them awake at night. Others feel so bloated they lose their appetite for the next meal. This poor nutrient absorption means your body isn't getting the vitamins and minerals it desperately needs to stay strong and healthy. The good news is there's a simple fix. Steaming cruciferous vegetables for just 5 minutes breaks down those tough fibers your stomach can't handle anymore. The vegetables become soft and easy to digest while keeping most of their nutrients. You get all the health benefits without the digestive nightmare. I know cooking your vegetables helps with digestion, but even cooked vegetables can cause problems if you pick the wrong ones. There's another vegetable hiding in most kitchens that spikes your blood sugar levels significantly high. I'm talking about white potatoes. Are you eating mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, or French fries thinking they give you energy? Here's what happens when you eat white potatoes. Your blood sugar shoots up fast because white potatoes have a glycemic index of 95. That's almost as high as pure sugar. Within 30 minutes of eating a medium-baked potato, your blood sugar can jump from normal to elevated levels. This is especially concerning for people over 60 because your body processes sugar differently as you age. When your blood sugar spikes this high, your pancreas works overtime to produce insulin. All that insulin rushing through your system makes you feel tired and weak. You might feel energized for 20 minutes, but then you crash hard. This blood sugar crash leaves you more exhausted than before you ate. Some people get shaky hands, feel dizzy, or get headaches. The problems get worse over time. Eating white potatoes regularly may increase your risk of diabetes in seniors because your pancreas gets worn out from producing so much insulin. Your body starts to resist insulin, which means your blood sugar stays high even when you're not eating. High blood sugar damages your blood vessels, affects your vision, and makes healing from cuts much slower. White potatoes also may contribute to weight gain around your belly. When your insulin levels stay high, your body stores fat instead of burning it. This belly fat increases inflammation throughout your body and makes joint pain worse. You might notice your knees hurt more or your back aches after eating potatoes regularly. But you do not have to give up potatoes completely. Sweet potatoes have a much lower glycemic index of only 35. They give you steady energy without the significant blood sugar spikes. You can also try cauliflower mashed with butter and garlic. It tastes similar, but won't crash your energy levels. Sweet potatoes are definitely better than white potatoes for your blood sugar. But there's still one more vegetable that causes a different kind of problem for people over 60. This vegetable may trigger joint inflammation in ways most people never expect. I'm talking about eggplant. Do you eat eggplant parmesan or grilled eggplant, thinking it's a healthy choice for your joints? Here's the potential issue with eggplant. It contains a natural compound called solanine that may trigger inflammation in your joints, muscles, and soft tissues. This compound is part of the nightshade family, which also includes tomatoes and peppers. But eggplant has some of the highest levels of solanine among commonly eaten vegetables. A study from Leeds University Hospital in Madrid found something interesting. 38% of arthritis patients experienced worse symptoms after eating eggplant for just 2 to 3 days. Their joint pain got worse, their stiffness increased. Some people had trouble moving around their house. The solanine in eggplant may activate inflammatory responses in your body, especially if you already have sensitive joints or arthritis. This inflammation does not just cause pain. It may limit your mobility and makes everyday activities harder. You might notice your knees hurt more when you climb stairs. Your hands might feel stiff when you try to open jars. Some people get muscle pain that lasts for days after eating eggplant. The chronic inflammation may even increase your risk of falls because your balance and coordination get affected. The tricky part is that eggplant inflammation builds up slowly. You might eat it for weeks before you notice the joint pain getting worse. Many people never connect their arthritis pain to the eggplant they had for dinner. They think their joints are just getting worse with age, but the food might be making it worse. Here's what you can do instead. Try zucchini or yellow squash in your recipes. They have a similar texture to eggplant, but without the solanine. You can grill them, bake them, or add them to stews. Butternut squash is another great option that gives you nutrients without triggering inflammation. Okay, enough about the vegetables that hurt you. Time for the good stuff. These next 3 vegetables are going to change how you feel every single day, starting with this first powerhouse vegetable. I know avoiding the bad vegetables helps, but that's only half the battle. You still need to eat the right foods to actually improve your brain function and energy levels. The problem is most people don't know which vegetables actually make a difference for seniors. Let me tell you about spinach and how it may make your brain work better than it has in years. Did you know there's a vegetable that research suggests can help your brain function like you're 11 years younger? Here's what the Rush University researchers discovered. They followed 960 people over 60 for almost 5 years. The people who ate spinach daily had cognitive function equivalent to being 11 years younger than people who rarely ate leafy greens. Their memory was sharper. They could think faster. They stayed mentally alert throughout the entire day without brain fog. Research suggests the secret is a compound called lutein that's packed inside every spinach leaf. This lutein crosses the blood-brain barrier and goes directly to your brain tissue. Once it gets there, it fights the inflammation that damages your brain cells over time. It also protects your brain from free radicals that make you forget things and feel mentally confused. This natural memory improvement for seniors happens because lutein acts as a protective shield for your thinking abilities. Spinach also contains natural nitrates that open up your blood vessels. This means more oxygen-rich blows to your brain every minute. When your brain gets better blood flow, you may concentrate longer on tasks and remember information much easier. Many people notice they can focus better on reading or following conversations within just a few weeks of eating spinach regularly. The benefits may start showing up fast. You might notice you remember where you put your car keys. You can follow TV shows better without getting confused. Some people say they feel mentally sharper when doing puzzles or playing games with their grandchildren. Your brain fog starts clearing up and you feel more like your old self again. The best way to eat spinach is lightly steamed with olive oil for 3 minutes. You can also add fresh spinach to fruit smoothies where the fruit masks any taste. Spinach helps your brain work better, but brain health is just one piece of the puzzle. You still need to fight the inflammation that's causing your joint pain and making you sick more often. There's another green vegetable that tackles inflammation throughout your entire body. I'm talking about broccoli when it's cooked properly. Are you ready to learn about the vegetable that may help reduce your joint pain and boost your immune system at the same time? Here's what makes broccoli so powerful for people over 60. It contains a special compound called sulforaphane that may reduce inflammatory markers throughout your body. When you eat properly cooked broccoli, this sulforaphane goes to work fighting the chronic inflammation that causes joint pain, muscle aches, and makes you feel stiff when you wake up in the morning. Broccoli also has more vitamin C than oranges. 1 cup of steamed broccoli gives you more immune-boosting power than a whole orange. This anti-inflammatory foods for seniors approach works because the vitamin C and sulforaphane team up to strengthen your immune system. You may get sick less often. When you do catch a cold, you may recover faster. Your body becomes better at fighting off infections and viruses. The inflammation-fighting benefits may show up in your joints first. Many people notice their knee pain gets better within 2 to 3 weeks of eating broccoli regularly. Your morning stiffness starts going away. You can move around easier without that constant ache in your back or hips. The sulforaphane also helps your bones stay stronger by reducing the inflammation that breaks down bone tissue. But here's the critical part most people get wrong. You have to steam broccoli for exactly 3 to 5 minutes to get these benefits. Overcooking destroys up to 90% of the sulforaphane. Raw broccoli is hard to digest, as we learned earlier. Steaming for the right amount of time gives you soft, easy-to-digest broccoli that keeps all its healing compounds. You can add a little olive oil and garlic after steaming. The olive oil helps your body absorb the nutrients better. Start with 3 servings per week and see how much better you feel. Broccoli fights inflammation and boosts your immune system. But that still doesn't solve your heart health and energy problems. You need a vegetable that gets your blood flowing better and gives you sustained energy throughout the day. There's one red vegetable that has the highest nitrate content of any common vegetable. I'm talking about beets and their amazing power to improve your circulation. Do you want to know about the vegetable that may help lower your blood pressure naturally and give you more energy? Here's what the Danish researchers found when they studied over 53,000 people for 23 years. People who ate 1 cup of nitrate-rich vegetables daily had a 12 to 26% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. Beets contain the highest nitrates of any vegetable at 279 milligrams per 100 grams. These nitrates turn into nitric oxide in your body, which opens up your blood vessels and improves blood flow to every organ. When you eat beets regularly, your heart health after 60 may improve dramatically. Your blood pressure may start coming down within 2 weeks. The nitric oxide relaxes your artery walls, making it easier for your heart to pump blood. Many people notice they can climb stairs without getting winded. Their energy levels stay steady throughout the day instead of crashing in the afternoon. The circulation benefits help your entire body work better. Better blood flow means more oxygen gets to your brain, which helps with mental clarity. Your muscles get more nutrients, so they feel stronger and less achy. Some people notice their hands and feet aren't cold all the time anymore because the blood is flowing better to their extremities. Clinical studies show that drinking 250 milliliters of beetroot juice daily may reduce systolic blood pressure by 4.4 millimeters of mercury. The effects get stronger the longer you use beets. After 14 days of regular consumption, people may see even better results. You can roast beets in the oven with olive oil for 45 minutes. You can also juice them or buy beetroot powder to mix in smoothies. Steam them for 15 minutes if you want them soft. Start with small amounts because beets can turn your urine pink, which is completely harmless. Now you know which vegetables help your heart, brain, and joints. But knowing isn't enough if you don't take action. The problem is most people get overwhelmed trying to change everything at once and end up changing nothing. Let me give you a simple step-by-step plan to start getting results this week. Are you ready to make these changes and start feeling better in just 7 days? This week, consider making these 3 simple swaps. Stop buying white potatoes and switch to sweet potatoes for all your meals. Cook all cruciferous vegetables before eating them. No more raw broccoli in salads. Try eliminating eggplant completely for 2 weeks and pay attention to how your joints feel. Start these habits today. Add spinach to 1 meal every single day. Put it in smoothies, eggs, or steam it as a side dish. Steam broccoli 2 to 3 times per week for exactly 3 to 5 minutes. Drink beet juice or eat roasted beets twice weekly to improve your circulation. Track your results carefully. Notice your energy levels after 1 week. You may feel less tired in the afternoons. Check your joint pain after 2 weeks. Many people notice less stiffness and aching. Monitor your overall feeling after 1 month. This healthy aging diet plan works when you stick to it consistently. Finally, cheese. The dairy you've enjoyed for decades now works against your aging body. Your kidneys filter salt 30% slower than before. Blood vessels lose flexibility. That slice you love can trigger dangerous blood pressure spikes within hours. 3 cheese types sabotage your heart, while 3 others actually protect it. How many of you have this blue vein threat hiding in your fridge right now? Blue cheese varieties, including Roquefort, Gorgonzola, and Stilton, contain 390 milligrams of sodium in 1 small slice. That single piece delivers the same salt load as eating a whole bag of potato chips. Your aging kidneys cannot handle this massive sodium assault without serious consequences to your cardiovascular system. Most seniors have no idea that kidney function naturally declines by 30% after age 60. Your body loses its ability to filter and eliminate excess sodium efficiently. When you eat blue cheese, that salt stays in your bloodstream longer, forcing your heart to pump harder and your blood vessels to retain dangerous amounts of fluid. The result is immediate blood pressure elevation that can persist for hours. Salt is not the only threat. Blue cheese contains tyramine, a natural compound created by the blue mold during aging. Tyramine acts as a blood pressure toxin, especially dangerous for senior blood pressure management. This compound forces blood vessels to constrict rapidly, sending readings soaring to stroke-level numbers of 180 over 120 or higher. The medication interactions prove particularly deadly for seniors taking monoamine oxidase inhibitors, common antidepressants prescribed to older adults. When tyramine combines with these medications, it triggers a hypertensive crisis within hours. Your blood pressure shoots up so fast that emergency treatment becomes necessary to prevent stroke or heart attack. Here's what happens in real life. You eat Roquefort with dinner at 6 p.m. 2 hours later, your head pounds with intense pressure. Your heart races at 120 beats per minute. You feel dizzy and confused. You think it's stress from your day. It's not stress. It's the cheese systematically attacking your cardiovascular system, overwhelming kidneys that already work at reduced capacity. Blue cheese attacks your blood pressure, but there's an even more dangerous threat hiding in most American refrigerators. Millions of seniors think they're making safer choices by buying processed cheese instead of aged varieties. The reality will shock you, because these factory-made products contain industrial chemicals that set your entire body on fire with inflammation. What's really inside that innocent-looking cheese slice? Processed cheeses, such as American cheese, cheese spreads, and Velveeta, are not considered real cheese. Factories make these products using old cheese scraps mixed with lots of fake chemicals. The companies put in preservatives, fake colors, and other stuff to make it last longer and look better. Your body cannot break down these chemicals properly. All the good nutrients get destroyed when they make this fake cheese. That cheese slice you eat has 47 different chemicals in it. Your great-grandmother would not know what half of these things are. Most of these fake additives did not exist 50 years ago. Your aging body has no idea what to do with sodium phosphate, calcium phosphate, and fake colors like yellow 5 and yellow 6. These chemicals start fires of inflammation all over your body. Senior joint pain relief becomes impossible when fake additives make your immune system work too hard fighting foreign stuff. Your white blood cells think these chemicals are enemies and attack them all day long. This makes inflammation that never stops hurting your tissues. The inflammation makes your arthritis pain much worse. Your joints hurt more because the chemicals make your body produce proteins that cause swelling. These bad proteins travel through your blood and make every joint more swollen and painful. What used to be a little morning stiffness becomes constant pain that keeps you awake at night. Factory processing kills all the good bacteria that real cheese has. Real cheese has probiotics that help your gut stay healthy. Processed cheese has none of these good things. Instead, it feeds bad bacteria in your stomach and makes your gut leak toxins into your blood. The fake additives stress your aging organs in ways you cannot feel until real damage happens. Your liver works too hard trying to filter out chemicals it does not know. Your kidneys struggle to get rid of fake preservatives. Your heart has to pump blood that is thick with inflammation chemicals. Processed cheese destroys your body with chemicals. But the third dangerous cheese on our list takes a completely different approach to harming seniors. This Mediterranean cheese might seem healthier because it gets made naturally without artificial additives, but it contains more salt than the ocean itself. Halloumi has become trendy in recent years, showing up in health food stores and trendy restaurants everywhere. Are you eating this kidney-destroying cheese without knowing the deadly truth about its salt content? Halloumi contains 2,710 milligrams of sodium per 100 grams. This cheese is literally saltier than actual seawater. One normal serving gives you more salt than doctors recommend for an entire day. Your aging kidneys cannot handle this massive salt attack without shutting down critical functions. The brining process used to make halloumi creates this sodium overload. The cheese gets soaked in salt water for hours or days to preserve it and give it that squeaky texture. All that salt soaks deep into every part of the cheese. When you eat halloumi, you are basically eating a salt bomb wrapped in dairy. This extreme salt content forces your kidneys to work overtime, trying to filter it out of your blood. After age 60, your kidneys already work 30% slower than they did in your younger years. Senior kidney health gets destroyed when halloumi overwhelms these weakened organs with salt. They cannot process fast enough. The worst part is how halloumi reduces your blood pressure medicine effectiveness. High salt intake makes your heart medications work much harder to control your blood pressure. Your doctor might keep increasing your pill doses, but the real problem is the cheese you are eating every day. Halloumi causes dangerous fluid retention throughout your body. Your legs swell up, your face gets puffy, your lungs can fill with fluid. Your heart has to pump harder to move all this extra water around your body. I know a 68-year-old man who loved eating halloumi every morning with his eggs. His doctor kept increasing his blood pressure medicines, but nothing worked. His reading stayed dangerously high at 170/95. Finally, his daughter made him stop eating the cheese. His blood pressure dropped 40 points in just 2 weeks without changing any medications. Those 3 dangerous cheeses can destroy your health, but avoiding bad cheese is only half the battle. The real secret to staying healthy after 60 is knowing which cheeses actually help your body get stronger instead of weaker. Swiss cheese leads our list of healing varieties because it does the exact opposite of what dangerous cheeses do to seniors. Instead of spiking your blood pressure, Swiss cheese naturally brings it down. How can one simple cheese change protect your heart better than some medications? Swiss cheese contains only 53 milligrams of sodium per slice. That is 92% less salt than the dangerous blue cheese we talked about earlier. Your aging heart and kidneys can handle this tiny amount of salt without any stress or strain on your cardiovascular system. This low sodium content makes Swiss cheese perfect for seniors dealing with heart problems. You can eat 1-2 slices every day without worrying about your blood pressure going up. The aged varieties work best because they have natural compounds that actually help lower your blood pressure instead of raising it. Swiss cheese has special proteins that form during the aging process. These proteins work in your body to relax your blood vessels and help your heart pump more easily. Senior heart disease prevention gets easier when you replace dangerous high-salt cheeses with Swiss varieties that support healthy blood flow. The benefits start working within just a few days of making the switch. Your blood pressure readings will start going down. Your heart medications will work better because they are not fighting against tons of extra salt. You will stop holding so much water in your legs and feet. The long-term changes are even more impressive. People who eat Swiss cheese regularly have a 15% lower risk of heart attacks. The high-quality calcium helps build stronger bones. Your sleep gets better because stable blood pressure means your heart is not working so hard at night. The 2023 Zhang study followed 50,000 seniors for 5 years. The people who ate Swiss cheese had 15% lower blood pressure than those who avoided cheese completely. Their heart attack rates dropped. Their bone density stayed stronger. They had fewer trips to the hospital for heart problems. Swiss cheese protects your heart, but heart health is just one piece of staying strong after 60. The bigger problem most seniors face is getting sick all the time because their immune systems get weaker every year. Fresh mozzarella becomes your secret weapon against constant colds, infections, and slow recovery times that plague people over 60. This soft white cheese contains millions of tiny soldiers that rebuild your body's defense system from the inside out. What if eating the right cheese could make your immune system work better than it has in years? Fresh mozzarella is packed with live probiotics that your aging gut desperately needs. These good bacteria help rebuild the healthy microbiome that naturally dies off as you get older. The moderate sodium content of 130 milligrams per ounce stays safe for seniors while delivering powerful immune benefits. Your gut contains 70% of your immune system. After age 60, the good bacteria in your intestines start dying faster than your body can replace them. Fresh mozzarella delivers billions of live probiotics, including Lactobacillus casei and L. fermentum, directly to your digestive system. Choose part skim varieties to get maximum immune benefits without extra saturated fat. Eat fresh mozzarella 2 to 3 times per week for best results. Pairing it with tomatoes gives you extra antioxidants that help the probiotics work even better in your system. The benefits start within just a few weeks. You will get fewer colds and infections. Your digestion improves because the good bacteria help break down food better. Senior immunity support increases dramatically when probiotics restore the healthy balance in your gut. Your energy levels go up because your body is not constantly fighting off bad bacteria. The long-term changes are incredible. Seniors who eat probiotic-rich fresh mozzarella have 40% fewer respiratory infections. Their immune systems respond better to flu shots and other vaccines. The aging process slows down because chronic inflammation decreases throughout their bodies. One study tracked 200 seniors who started eating probiotic cheese daily. After 6 months, blood tests showed they had immune systems that worked better than people 10 years younger. Their white blood cell counts improved. Their inflammatory markers dropped. They reported feeling stronger and getting sick much less often. Fresh mozzarella builds your immune system, but there's one more health crisis that every senior faces whether they realize it or not. Starting at age 60, your body begins eating away your muscle mass at an alarming rate. Most people think getting weaker is just part of getting older, but muscle loss leads directly to falls, broken bones, and loss of independence. Cottage cheese becomes your most powerful weapon against this silent threat that steals your strength every single day. Did you know that one simple food can stop your muscles from disappearing? Cottage cheese has the highest protein content of any cheese you can buy. 1/2 cup serving gives you 14 grams of complete protein with only 0.4 grams of saturated fat. This protein contains all the amino acids your aging muscles need to stay strong and rebuild themselves. After age 60, you lose 8% of your muscle mass every decade. This muscle loss makes you weak, unsteady on your feet, and more likely to fall and break bones. Senior muscle strength depends on getting enough high-quality protein every day, and cottage cheese delivers the best protein your body can use. The secret ingredient in cottage cheese is leucine, an amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. Your aging body has trouble building new muscle, but leucine acts as the on switch that tells your muscles to start growing instead of shrinking. Eat half a cup of cottage cheese daily for best results. Choose low-fat versions to avoid extra calories you don't need. You can add it to meals or eat it as a snack between meals to keep protein flowing to your muscles all day long. The benefits start within just a few weeks. Your muscle strength improves because your body has the building blocks it needs. Your blood sugar stays more stable because protein slows down sugar absorption. Your energy increases because strong muscles work more efficiently. Long-term changes are life-changing. You maintain muscle mass longer instead of getting weaker every year. You prevent falls and fractures because strong muscles keep you balanced and steady. You stay independent longer because you can still do daily activities without help from others. Learning about healing cheeses gives you power, but knowledge without action changes nothing in your life. The biggest mistake seniors make is understanding what foods help them, but never actually making the switch in their daily eating habits. Making these cheese changes seems simple, but most people need a step-by-step plan to replace decades of bad habits with health-protecting choices. What specific actions will you take this week to start saving your heart, immune system, and muscles? Week 1 is all about removing danger from your kitchen. Go to your refrigerator right now and throw away all blue cheese, processed cheese, and halloumi. Check expiration dates on everything and toss any American cheese, cheese spreads, or Velveeta you find. Clean out your pantry and get rid of any crackers or snacks that came with processed cheese. This step protects you from making bad choices when you are hungry. Week 2 focuses on stocking your kitchen with healing cheeses. Buy aged Swiss cheese from the deli counter or cheese section. Get fresh mozzarella that comes in water or whey. Purchase plain cottage cheese without any fruit or additives mixed in. Read labels carefully and choose low-sodium versions when available. Week 3 requires tracking your blood pressure every single day. Write down your numbers in a notebook or use your phone to record them. Take readings at the same time each day, preferably in the morning before eating. Senior blood pressure monitoring becomes critical during this transition period because you will see real changes happening in your body. Week 4 is when you notice the difference in how you feel. Your blood pressure readings should be lower. You will have more energy throughout the day. Your joints might hurt less because inflammation is going down. Your digestion will improve because good bacteria are rebuilding in your gut. When shopping for these healing cheeses, always look for low sodium printed on labels. Choose aged Swiss over any processed varieties. Buy fresh mozzarella from the deli counter instead of pre-packaged versions that sit on shelves. Get plain cottage cheese without fruit, sugar, or other additives mixed in. Talk to your doctor before making these changes, especially if you take blood pressure medications. Monitor your readings closely because your medication needs might change. Adjust your salt intake gradually over several weeks instead of making sudden changes. Following the right implementation plan protects most seniors, but some people face special risks that could turn healing foods into dangerous threats. Your medications, existing health conditions, and current medical treatments create unique situations where even good cheeses become harmful. Some drug interactions with certain cheeses can send you to the emergency room within hours if you don't know the warning signs. Which medication category puts you at the highest risk for life-threatening cheese reactions? If you take monoamine oxidase inhibitors for depression, you must avoid all aged cheeses completely. These medications include phenelzine, tranylcypromine, and isocarboxazid. Even Swiss cheese becomes dangerous when mixed with MAOIs because the tyramine content can trigger hypertensive crisis. Your blood pressure can shoot up to stroke levels within 30 minutes of eating any aged cheese. Blood thinner users need to keep their cheese intake exactly the same every day. Warfarin and similar medications work by balancing vitamin K in your blood. Aged cheeses contain vitamin K that can make your blood thinner, work too well, or not well enough. Senior medication safety requires consistent daily amounts rather than avoiding cheese completely. People with kidney disease must talk to their doctor before adding any cheese to their diet. Even low-sodium varieties can overwhelm kidneys that already work poorly. Your doctor needs to check your kidney function numbers before approving any dairy changes. Watch for emergency signs that mean you need medical help right away. A sudden severe headache after eating cheese means your blood pressure spiked dangerously high. This headache feels different from normal headaches and comes with neck stiffness or vision changes. Blood pressure readings over 180/120 require immediate emergency room treatment. Check your pressure if you feel dizzy, confused, or short of breath after eating cheese. These numbers mean you are in stroke territory and need help fast. Chest pain or dizziness after eating aged cheese signals heart problems from blood pressure spikes. Don't wait to see if it gets better. Call 911 if you have chest pressure, arm pain, or trouble breathing within 4 hours of eating any cheese. Keep a list of every medication you take and show it to your doctor when discussing cheese changes. Some interactions take hours to show up, making it hard to connect the cheese to your symptoms. Those safety warnings could save your life, but all the warnings in the world mean nothing if you don't take action to protect yourself. The hardest part about changing your diet after 60 is actually making the switch from old habits to new ones that keep you healthy and independent. You have all the information you need to make smart cheese choices, but information without action changes nothing about your health. Last and final, cooking oils. The fats you've used for decades now stress your aging heart. Your liver processes oils 40% slower than before. Arteries become less flexible. That same oil you've always used can now clog your blood vessels within days. 4 cooking fats damage your cardiovascular system, while 4 others actually heal it. Here's the difference. Oil number 1, partially hydrogenated oils. Partially hydrogenated oils are the main source of industrial trans fat. This type of fat is linked with higher heart risk, which is why many countries move to remove it from food. The World Health Organization and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration both took strong steps against industrial trans fats and partially hydrogenated oils. For seniors, this matters because the heart and blood vessels can be more sensitive to daily food patterns after 60. So choosing heart-healthy oils day to day makes sense. These oils can still show up in some places. You may find them in older stock of baked snacks, certain imported items, or shelf-stable shortenings. The most reliable warning sign is the words partially hydrogenated in the ingredient list. Front labels can be confusing, so the oil label on the back is your best guide in the store. If you are not sure, take a few seconds and read that small box. It can keep trans fats out of your kitchen. The fix is simple. If the ingredients list says partially hydrogenated, put the product back and pick another brand. For home cooking, use extra virgin olive oil for salads, dipping, and low to medium heat. When you need higher heat, use avocado oil. These are among the best oils for seniors, and they fit many recipes. Now that we know how to spot partially hydrogenated on a label and leave it on the shelf, let's look at a kitchen habit that can sneak in even when the label is clean. I am talking about reused frying oil. Many homes keep a jar of old oil to save money or time. The problem is not the price. It is what happens to the oil after repeated high heat. Let me show you why this habit is worth fixing and what you can do instead. When the same oil is heated many times, it breaks down and forms unwanted byproducts, including oxidation products and aldehydes. Research shows these compounds build up with repeated high heat, which is common in deep frying. This can happen at street food stalls that keep one pot of oil hot all day. It can also happen at home when we pour used oil into a jar and use it again and again. As we age, it makes sense to lower this extra stress from the kitchen where we can. There are simple signs that oil has been overused. The oil gets darker, smells sharp, smokes sooner, and leaves a sticky film on the pan. Food fried in old oil may taste heavy and feel greasy after a few minutes. If you notice these clues, it is time to change course. The fix is clear and practical. If you fry, use fresh oil and throw it out after cooking once it cools. Do not pour oil down the sink. Place it in a sealed container and put it in the trash, or follow your local rules. Try other methods on most days: air fry, oven bake, or shallow pan cooking. If you need to fry, keep it short, keep the heat steady, and do not reuse the oil many times. When eating out, choose grilled or baked options more often, or ask if the place changes its oil regularly. Honest check for yourself. Do you still save used oil, or are you ready to switch habits starting today? You have cleaned up the cooking oil in your pan, so the next step is the oil in your snacks. Many packaged foods use blends that sit on the shelf for months. These are called ultra-processed snack fats, and they often come with extra additives, flavors, and salts. Even if your main meals use good oil, these snacks can still push your day in the wrong direction. Ultra-processed snacks are easy to grab, but they can work against your goals, especially after 60. Many chips, crackers, instant cups, and just add water snacks use blends of refined oils along with additives for flavor, texture, and long shelf life. These products are simple to overeat and often give many calories with little nutrition. When this pattern shows up day after day, it can push weight up and make heart goals harder to reach. Large population studies also link high intake of ultra-processed foods with a higher risk of heart problems over time. That does not mean you can never have them. It means they are better as rare treats, not a daily habit. You can spot these snacks by the long ingredient lists and the vegetable oil blend or similar wording on the back. If a food stays crisp on a shelf for many months, it often uses this kind of oil and extra additives. The taste can be great in the moment, but the after effect may feel heavy or leave you wanting more, which leads to another bag or another cup. A simple swap helps a lot. On most days, reach for a small handful of nuts instead. Almonds or walnuts are good picks. Reviews and meta-analyses show that regular nut intake supports better heart markers across time. Nuts also add fiber and make you feel satisfied, so it is easier to stop at a small amount. Quick question for you. If both are on the table, do you go for chips or nuts? We talked about the oils hiding in snacks. Let's move to the spread many of us use each morning. Butter. It adds flavor, but making it your main daily spread can work against heart goals after 60. Here is a simple way to keep the taste while choosing better fats. Butter tastes good and feels familiar, but problems start when it becomes your main fat every day. It has more saturated fat than the oils we will use later. If your low-density lipoprotein LDL cholesterol is high, or your care team is watching your numbers, making butter your default spread can work against your goals. In plain words, treat butter as a small flavor add-on, not the base of your meals. When people ask about the oil to avoid for seniors, I explain that this means avoid using butter as your daily cooking base. Keep a little for taste if you want, but for most tasks, pick better oils. Here is a simple routine that works. For toast, use extra virgin olive oil with sliced tomato and a pinch of salt. It still feels rich without leaning on butter. For eggs and quick pans, cook with extra virgin olive oil on low to medium heat, or use avocado oil when you need higher heat. If you miss the taste of butter, place a small pat on top at the end instead of frying in it. Small habits make this easy. Move olive oil and avocado oil to the front of your counter so you reach them first. When you eat out, ask for olive oil with bread. If a dish comes heavy with butter, enjoy a little and fill the rest of your plate with salad or vegetables. This steady pattern, less butter as a base, more heart-friendly oils, fits seniors who want simple, practical steps. You have finished the avoid list and fixed the main trouble spots. From here, we will move into simple fats you can use most days at home. These choices are easy to find, budget-friendly, and work for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They fit a heart-smart pattern, feel good to cook with, and help meals taste rich without heavy after effects. I will walk you through 4 options, how to use each one in real meals, and what to check on the label so you can buy with confidence and keep your routine simple. I'll start with the first, good oil, extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is a strong everyday choice for people over 60 because it fits a heart-smart pattern and is easy to use. It is rich in unsaturated fat and natural plant compounds that support a better daily routine without strict rules. You can cook with it on low to medium heat or pour a little on finished food for a fuller taste. Many seniors like it because meals feel rich, but the after-meal heaviness is lower than when cooking with butter as the base. Use it where you reach for butter by habit. For breakfast, warm toast with a light pour of olive oil, tomato, and a pinch of salt. For eggs or quick pan meals, a small amount in the pan works well. For lunch and dinner, toss vegetables in olive oil before roasting, or finish soups and grains with a short swirl. If you enjoy salads, make a simple mix of olive oil, lemon, and a bit of salt and pepper. It takes 1 minute and keeps bottled dressings off your list. When buying, look for extra virgin on the label. A peppery taste or slight bite in the throat is normal in many fresh bottles. Keep the bottle away from heat and light, and close the cap tightly. If you want gentle variety, keep one everyday bottle for cooking and a small, more flavorful bottle for finishing. This steady use of olive oil as your main kitchen fat is one of the best oils for seniors who want simple steps that feel good and fit real life. You now have a solid daily base with extra virgin olive oil. For jobs that need higher heat or a more neutral taste, we will shift to avocado oil. It handles roasting and quick pan cooking well, and it keeps flavors clean. Let me show when to use it, how much you really need, and what to check on the label. Avocado oil is a helpful partner to extra virgin olive oil, especially when you cook at higher heat or want a neutral taste. Many seniors like it because it browns food well, does not smoke as fast as delicate oils, and keeps the flavor of the main ingredient. It fits a heart-smart pattern since it is rich in unsaturated fat, and it works for roasting vegetables, pan-searing fish or chicken, and quick stir-fries. Start with a small amount in the pan, heat it until it looks thin and shiny, then add your food. You do not need a lot to get a good result. There are 2 common types on the shelf. Refined avocado oil is better for higher heat cooking and has a mild taste. Cold-pressed or unrefined avocado oil has more aroma and is best for dressings or finishing warm dishes. Pick the one that matches how you cook most days. If you often roast or pan cook, choose refined. If you love salads and dips, keep a small bottle of cold-pressed for flavor. Storage is simple. Keep the bottle closed, away from heat and light. If the oil smells off or tastes sharp and old, it is time to replace it. For easy control, you can pour from a small spout bottle or use a light spray. Try avocado oil for roasted carrots, a quick pan of eggs, or a fast stir-fry with vegetables. It keeps the method simple and the plate light, which many seniors find easier to enjoy day after day. let us add an easy daily habit. You do not have to cook at all. A small handful of nuts. This swap helps when snack time hits or when you want something to finish a meal. Almonds or walnuts fit a heart-smart pattern, add crunch and flavor, and help you feel satisfied so you are less likely to reach for chips. I will show how much to take, simple ways to use them, and what to check on the label so you keep the choice clean and budget-friendly. A small handful of nuts is a simple daily step that fits right into your routine. Almonds or walnuts are easy to carry, easy to store, and work well for seniors who want a steady snack that feels satisfying without a heavy crash after. They bring healthy fats and fiber that support a heart-smart pattern, and they pair well with many foods you may already eat. You can keep a small jar on the counter, in your car, or by your favorite chair, so it is the first thing you see when snack time comes. Use nuts to replace chips or sugary bites on most days. Add a few to oatmeal, yogurt, or a salad for crunch. If you like fruit, eat a piece with a small handful of nuts so the snack feels balanced and you are less likely to keep hunting for more food right away. For those who prefer a warm touch, toast nuts in a dry pan for a minute to bring out aroma, then let them cool before eating. When you shop, pick plain nuts without added sugar or heavy salt. Short ingredient lists are best. If the price is high for whole nuts, look for store brands, split a big bag with a friend, or choose pieces instead of whole. Keep nuts in a cool, dark spot with the bag sealed tight, or place a portion in the fridge if you live in a warm area. This simple habit keeps snack time calm, supports your goals after 60, and removes guesswork from your day. You have a steady snack plan with nuts. For meals, let us add a simple flavor tool you can use most days: sesame and tahini in moderation. They make dishes taste fuller, so you rely less on heavy sauces. I will show easy ways to use them and what to check on the label. Sesame and tahini are simple ways to add taste and smoother texture without leaning on heavy sauces or butter. Sesame seeds bring unsaturated fats and a pleasant nutty note, while tahini is just ground sesame made into a smooth paste. Many seniors like them because they fit almost any meal and are quick to use. You can stir a spoon of tahini into warm vegetables, spread a thin layer on toast, or mix it with lemon, garlic, a little salt, and water to make a fast dressing. A light drizzle on fish, chicken, beans, or roasted vegetables makes the plate feel complete without a heavy after-meal feel. Keep the approach small and steady. A little tahini goes a long way, so start with a small amount and taste before adding more. If the paste is thick, loosen it with water until it looks smooth. If you want extra aroma, toast sesame seeds in a dry pan for a short time and sprinkle them on top of salads, soups, or rice. When shopping, pick tahini with a short ingredient list, ideally just sesame. Some bottled dressings add sugar or extra oils, so reading the label helps you keep your plan clean. Store tahini in a cool place with the lid tight. A quick stir brings the paste back together if it separates. If you have a sesame allergy or are not sure, skip this and use your other oils from earlier sections. Otherwise, sesame and tahini are practical, tasty tools that fit a heart-smart kitchen after 60. Thank you for spending time with me today. If this guide gave you clear steps you can use at home, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more simple, senior-friendly tips. I also want to hear from you. Which change will you try this week? Oil swap, snack swap, or a new dressing? Leave a comment so we can learn from each other. Disclaimer: this video is for education only and is not medical advice. It is not intended to diagnose, treat, or replace care from a licensed professional. If you have health conditions, talk with your health team before making big changes.